Network announces AI smart energy plan for the McKelly Project, exploring algorithm driven approaches to energy economics. You see what I mean about the news? It's just fluffy junk news. Um, BTU announces a dividend on its common stock of 75 cents a share. Nothing actionable. OWL Owl declares a 22-cent dividend. Yes, this is moving from yesterday. PC. GDTC, as you can see, it tried to pump, but got pulled right back down again. That one was from after hours yesterday. Got pumped up, pulled back. It's just lack of volume here, pushing any of these. CISS trying really hard to recover here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody on TikTok, and good morning to everybody on Traveling Trade Adventures. Good morning. David, CYN Scans has the float at 7 million. Public float at 7 million. Has a short float of about 9%. Thank you, Big B. Appreciate that. CISS BNAIDHX AREB. Main focus until good news comes out. Focus on the ones that have the good volume. They have shown some momentum. They're getting a lot of action. Even if they're carryovers from yesterday. Because right now we're not getting the news that we normally like to see. We're not getting that. Big B is right on target with that statement. Good morning. Good morning. Been very slow here. Money, good morning. Been very slow here. Let's see. AGMH announces a strategic upgrade. Access to global top tier storage chip supply chain and accelerates R&D of AI all-flash storage server systems. Very techy sort of headline. That's on AGMH, 1.8 million public float. It's only got about 16,000 shares, 17,000 shares now traded on it. So it doesn't have a lot of volume. But most of these pennies this morning don't have a lot of volume on them. So especially these press releases, they're just not getting it. But take a look at AGMH. We'll see if it goes up. It's up about 16%, really fluctuating. We'll see if the volume starts to come in. Seems the press release is not that strong. It seems a bit fluffy to me. So I'm personally not going to trade it based on that press release. I need something a little bit better than that. Something with some meat on it. Something I know that from the past has generated really good movement. Something I trust. And that press release, it may be for the company, it may be really good news and it may be very positive, but I don't trust it. Just not what I'm looking for. We'll see. Let's go back and see where our JTAI is at. Remember, this is the one I read off a little bit ago. They had the SEC filing, an insider, not insider, institutional investor, big investor. I think it was 9. Let me reread. I think it was 9 million shares. 3 million, 3.9. That's where I got the 9 from. 3.9 million shares. So he has according to the SEC filing, an 8.7% stake. It was down around 14 to 15 cents. It spiked initially on the news. When the news first came out, we first looked at it. It was sitting around 14.5 cents. It spiked up to 16.5 cents, pulled back again, and it went back down to 14 cents, 14.8, and it's worked its way back up to 16.5 here. Maybe getting close to 17 at some point. Little cheap penny stock. Let's see if it'll bump up to 17. We wicked up to 17. Pulled back. It's at 16.7 now. Earnings. Let's reach upgrade. Mm-hmm. let's go back and look at CISS. CISS, still trying. BNAI, still getting pulled down. Look at this. Not good, not good, not good. So 7 o'clock didn't really give us any good press releases. 7:30 didn't give us any really great press releases. Made one trade this morning on JZXN on a press release, and I got it from 125 to 153. That was that was the highlight of my morning so far. So we're still just waiting on some good press releases to pop up in the market. My scanner is set up for anything between 5 cents and $60. So we're looking at a broad range here of stocks and looking for some news on a pretty broad range of price here. And there's just nothing popping up. There's a lot of news. We're getting a lot of press releases coming up, but nothing actionable. They're all pretty fluffy news, just general market news, conferences, class action lawsuits, just the junk stuff that just white noise. And we're trying to block it all out, waiting for that really nice one to hit us. Hopefully a micro float. That would be a beautiful way to have our Thursday go, with a nice press release on a micro float that phase 3 met all primary endpoints, all safety profiles. Oh, you watched that one this morning? Yeah, I posted that new video this morning on Traveling Trade Adventures from over the weekend. Good morning. Good morning. So hopefully everybody gets a chance to go over and watch that. It was fun making it. I'm getting better. I'm brand new to the whole traveling blogging thing, or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what you call it, but I'm brand new to it. So I'm learning how to use the camera, learning how to use the editing software. It's an experiment at this point for sure. So I appreciate everybody indulging my experiment and watching the videos. Much appreciated. I was going to wait till today to put it out, but I finished it early, so I got antsy. Couldn't wait. So I went ahead and put it out yesterday. So I do appreciate everybody popping over and taking a look at it. Alabama Mike. Yes, I do. I put one out yesterday. The video that I put out yesterday is the one that has that homemade camper in it that I saw down at the casino that I wanted everybody to take a look at, because I think it's a pretty amazing that the guy built this thing by hand. It's, man, a lot of work. A lot of work went into that thing. A lot of work. Let's see here. Okay, 8 o'clock. What do you got for us, baby? What do you got for us? What do you got for us? Come on. Gotta be kidding me. PFSA announces a 1-for-75 reverse stock split. TEAD, TEAD, go look at that one. TEAD. TEAD partners with Google TV to expand CTV home screen availability globally. Might get some interest on that headline. Let's pull it up on the screen. TEAD. It's a 68-cent stock at the moment. It went from 59 cents to 69 cents almost immediately on that press release. Pulled back. We'll see if that headline entices people or not. So we just got to be patient and wait and see how the market's going to respond to the press release. The market could respond positively to that because of the partnering with Google TV, or market might not really care. All we can do is sit back and watch it and see what the market's going to do with it. Right now, the market's not appreciating it or caring about it. So far. Wolfpack knows to be patient. Wait and see. So we had TEAD, TEAD. LBRX announces a $100 million private placement. It's a $22 stock. LBRX, $100 million private placement at a purchase price of $21.17. RNAZ, RNAZ, listed as a micro float. Transcode Therapeutics and Quantum Leap announce submission of an investigational new drug amendment for a phase 2 clinical trial. That's not huge news. It's good news for the company, but it's not the kind of news typically that would excite retail investors in trying to jump on something. But it is a micro float. And so we know that micro floats, we got to at least pay attention to them when they have news, even if it's fluffy news. And that doesn't mean go jump into it. That just means keep an eye on it in case it starts to move. and the volume starts coming in. It's only got 287 shares traded on it so far, so there's no volume there, which tells you a lot right off the bat about the press release. Schedule 13D, February conference. Man, just a lot of conferences and nothing. Now let's see if TEED. Well, TEED did bounce again a little bit, didn't it? From 62 cents to 72 cents, but again, got sold off, pulled back down to 69. Let's see if it's going to run here at all. 25 million public float, so kind of a high float for me. I prefer they be under 20 million for a really good quality setup, but 25 is not off by that much, but it's still a little high. And I'm still not convinced that the news, that the market's going to respond well to this, because it's not moving like a really great press release should. But we'll keep an eye on it, continue watching it, see if it can break 75 cents. See if the volume just goes bananas here. Chase got it from 62 to 67. Scalped a little bit off of that. Good morning. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures. Appreciate it very much. And thank you for hitting the follow button on TikTok. Also very much appreciated. Looks like TEED is going to try to push for 75, 72. Mm. 75. Boom. There it is. Wonder how much that'll go. It's up 27% on the press release so far. Have you seen it gold and silver this fall? No, I've never seen gold. Gold and silver has been nutty bananas. $76 now on TEED. 76 and a half. Trapper, good morning. Ted says TEED to $1. Let's hope. That would be sweet. You just never know how retail traders are going to respond to a press release. Most, not all, most retail traders look at headlines. They look at the headline and then they make a snap decision to jump in or not. And sometimes the headline is so good that it really causes a big, massive buy-in and the stock goes crazy. And sometimes it's just not. I was kind of hoping that partnering with Google TV might be that push that it needed. But you just never know how everybody else is thinking. Hollywood 65 to 73 on Teed. Good job. Pulled a little out of that. Not bad. Better than a sharp stick in the eye, isn't it? My grandpa used to tell me that every time I complain about something. Better than a sharp stick in the eye. Yeah, Grandpa. Yes, it is. Scott, 65 to 76. Good trade. Good scalp. Arnaz filed a transcode quantum leap. That's read that one off. They just put an 8K out. I don't know. Let me pull that up, see if it's volume is still not moving. There's still no volume on that stock. Even though the price went up just a little bit just now on Arnaz, RNAZ, still no volume. Still no volume. CTI. Let's go back and look at Teed again. Get the sell off here a little bit. Looks like it. LMS. Boy. Not been a great week for press releases. Not gonna lie, it's not been a great week for press releases. Been pretty slow. BNAI, yeah, that was a great trade early this morning. Early pre-market. Beauty, absolute beauty. No doubt about it. That thing was trading at $22 last night in after hours and ran up to what, 30, 36. So yeah, great trade. Early pre-market. Real nice one. Real nice. But since 7 o'clock this morning, when the news officially kind of starts coming out in chunks, it's been pretty darn pitiful. Been pretty. JTAI. Pinky wants that to go to 40 cents. I hope it does, Pinky. I hope that thing runs up. Great. CTI. Look at Arnaz now. Let's see where Arnaz is at now. That's the micro float. We just hit 1203. And now it's pulling back down again. The volume was at 600 just a few minutes ago. Now it's at 65,000. few more press releases popping in here. Letter to the shareholders. Healthcare conferences, class action lawsuits. Nothing. Got to be patient. Patience. It's hard. It's hard to be patient, isn't it? Oh my gosh, it's hard to be patient. Stephen, good morning. Cool. Jan, yeah, I saw that KELYB ran up this morning, 400%. It was crazy run on that dumb thing. Cool. Let's go back and look at some of those others. JTAI looks like it's hovering around 16 cents. Teed hanging in there. BNAI still getting pulled down. CISS, nice run up in after hours last night on that one. And a continuation this morning on CISS. We went from $1.56 to $2.36, 37 cents. But it's not looking real hot right now. Boy, everything's not looking real hot right now. Go back and look at RNAS. RNAS got pulled all the way back down to where it started. Now let's go back and look at our other press release. TEAD, TEAD. Got a nice little spike up there to 76. Retail's not holding on very long, are they? Retail is grabbing these and selling off every little spike up. People are just grabbing profit where they can get it. Can't blame them, I guess. Can't blame them. It's very slow, Rick. You're very right. It's very slow. I was hoping we'd get a really good press release at 8 o'clock. We didn't get any at 7 or 7:30. Nothing real big. So I was hoping 8 would really give us a monster. Nothing. Teed was the best thing we got at 8 o'clock, if that gives you any idea just how bland the news has been this morning. Just got to be patient. Eric got it 69.7 to 77. Byron 71 to 76. Just quick scalps. It's about all we can get off of these. Now let's go back and look at our micro float that I told you to watch. RNAS 12.5. It's up 47% now. You've got RNAS on the screen for the Wolfpack. It's at 1320. Very volatile with that micro float. Big, huge swings up and swings down. $0.20. It just dropped at about a 20-cent spread on it. It's very volatile. Volume's up to 800,000 now. When I first pointed it out to you, the volume was at 600. So the volume's picking up on it, but it's being very, very volatile. Huge swings up and huge swings down. So be careful. Anyhow, BYRN, $14 stock, beats on quarter four earnings and revenue estimates. I guess we'll see if the market likes that. RNAS, 1080 to 1211. Nice, Scott. On 10 shares. Hey, that's enough for lunch. That's enough for get a lunch. It's all over. All right, remember tomorrow is the last day for doing live streaming on TikTok for a while. We're going to be on YouTube, however, so you can still catch us at 7:45 just like you do here. Just have to do it on YouTube. Traveling Trade Adventures. Traveling Trade Adventures. That's what you want to look up on YouTube. Traveling Trade Adventures. BYRN, one I mentioned about beating on quarter four earnings and revenue. It's up about 16% on that. Waiting for RNAS to go bananas. Volume is at 1.3 million now. Yeah, you can get a Burger King value meal. Maybe. Heck, those are even like $15 now. $15, $16. Isn't that crazy? It seems like it wasn't that long ago. You could go to a drive-thru and get a value meal for $5, $5 or $6. It doesn't seem that long ago. Maybe it was, but it just doesn't seem like it's been that long now. It's like $15. It's just bananas. Now we got RNAS to pop up to 1347. Very volatile now. Remember what I said. It's very volatile. It's big swings up and big swings down because of that float is so small. It does crazy, crazy things. All right. Anyhow, TikTok, you have a beautiful day. We are headed over now to Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube. And we'll do the 8:30 press releases there and the 9 o'clock press releases. Can't promise we're going to get anything because we haven't gotten anything at 7, 7:30, 8. There's just no news is coming out. I don't know what the deal is here, but we're just not getting news like we used to. So if you want to get that news at 8:30, if it's there, you know where to go. And starting Monday, that's where we'll be full time, is on Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning on TikTok for a big Friday. Hopefully some good news tomorrow. So we'll see you over on YouTube or tomorrow morning. You guys have a great day. Stay warm. God bless. Any guesses on how much I made on TikTok this morning? It's almost embarrassing. I made a penny. A penny. But I didn't give anybody anything either. I didn't give anybody any runners, so I deserve what I got. I deserve that. Unless Arnaz takes off. Now I gave him Arnaz. I gave TikTok Arnaz. So if Arnaz takes off, I expect at least 2 pennies tomorrow. I at least expect to double my TikTok profits tomorrow. It's better than a sharp stick in the eye. That's right. Oh, too funny. RVSN, Quantum Transportation, unveils transformer neural decoder that outperforms classical QEC algorithms in simulations. It's on Rail Vision, RVSN. They are a press release generating monster. They put out press releases constantly. That's right. If even one person got a good trade this morning, it's worth my time and effort. That's all I can say. Arnaz just looks like it wants to go. The volume's up to 2.2 million now. So it's getting a lot of attention. It's just such a battle going on between buyers and sellers right now. It's just having a heck of a time. Yeah. Yeah, my mom used to use that line a lot. If you don't stop crying, I'm going to give you something to cry about. What a psychological ploy that was. Think about that. VBOS, VC, VSEE announces strategic managed service partnership with GoMyRx. DHX presents at the Noble Capital Markets Growing Conference, Emerging Growth Conference. FBLG announces issuance of Canadian patent. So they got a new patent covering novel fibroblast-based treatment for cachexia, whatever that is. DBGI, this is for campus photoshoots, ATOS, strong program. AREB, American Rebel, Champion Safe applauds Northwest Safe's standout showing at the Washington Sportsman's Show. INBS, it's a microfloat, expects to report fiscal second quarter revenue growth of approximately 48% year over year, surpassing the $2 million in total revenue for the first half of the fiscal year. That's on INBS. And that AREB, both of those are microfloats, INBS and AREB. Weren't parents special back then? Our parents. Oh my gosh. XPON, XPON announces next generation lithium battery models. XPON. To 79-cent stock. It's up about 6%. Arnaz, Eric got Arnaz from 12.32 to 13.30. Nicely done. Yeah, I always like the if you don't stop crying, I'm going to give you something to cry about. That was a threat of violence. I mean, let's face it. That was just plain out. Son, I know you're hurting. I know you're in pain. But if you don't stop crying, I'm going to make it worse. What the heck is that? What? That always just killed me. Oh. Arnaz, 12.30 to 13.07 for Tim. Good trade. Wait till your dad gets home. Remember that one? You wait till your father gets home. Oh, God. TEAD from earlier. That one's trying to curl back up. Yeah. Don't make me stop this car. Oh, gosh. Our parents were special. That's for sure. TEAD trying to go back up. Anybody think Arnaz is going to halt at open? I'm going to stick your head through that wall. I'm going to knock you into the middle of next week. Or how many of you had to go get a switch? How many of you had to go outside and get a switch? Gosh, those were days. I remember getting a switch. I honestly I can remember having to go get a switch. My mom would say, "I'm gonna tan your hide." I'm gonna tan your hide. Oh God. Holy cow, Brian. Yeah. Yeah, we had special parents. NXL launches NeuroCare, an AI driven virtual clinic designed to transform access for patients with Alzheimer's, mood disorders, TBI, and PTSD. NXL. So just popped 29%. RNAS trying to push up again. Teed 65 to 80. Nicely done, Kathy. Your speaker is messing up, or is it just me? Anybody having problems with microphone issues? Expands team. Well, we've gotten a couple of relatively decent headlines here at 8:30. Not seeing anything that's really popping off. DHX went up 19%. Not really seeing anything that's popped off. NXL now is up 25%. That INBS that I mentioned to you is a micro float. It's up about 16. It's really fluctuating because of that float. Same as RNAS. A few folks thinking RNAS is going to pop off at open, but I don't know. It's really getting knocked around a lot. Vicki, you have a great day. INBS popped up pretty good, pulled right back down from 687 to 911, 988, and then pulled back. Looks like it might be trying to go back up. INBS. It's micro float. That's the one that I said that they reported second quarter 2026 fiscal second quarter revenue growth of 48% year over year. It's being very volatile. It's being really, it's got a really low float, so it's being crazy. Kind of interested in RNAS to see if that thing's going to explode. AIME reports positive year-end interim clinical progress from a phase 2 study. AIM. 2.7 million public float. It's at $1.18. Watching RNAS really close. AIM. AIM popped off really pretty good there initially. Those algorithms really pushed that thing up, those computers. We'll see where it goes on that news. It's only up 10% now. It's at 117. We'll see if it can push any higher. NXL's up 28%, 28.5% now. So it's slowly trying. HIMZ, HIMZ, moving up. HIMZ. Let's look at AIM again. AIM, come on. AIM starting to push. Oh my gosh. Looks like AIM's going to take a shot at 130. Anybody think RNAS is going to run over 100% today? I don't know. Kind of floating around that 50% range. I don't know what it's got in it, but look at AIM. Boom. Nice. Is it going to take a run at 130? $128, $129. $130, there it is. I told you, $130. It's going to take a run at $130. It sure as heck did, didn't it? Nice. $109 to $130, just that quick. RNAS up 51%, 52%, 53, 54, 55, 56, 58. RNAS could be a big monster today, I hope. they go up so dadgum quick and then crash. Just so many people taking profit. A lot of scalpers. A lot of scalpers. PPCB unveils PRP, a game-changing proenzyme therapy poised to challenge standard cancer treatments. PPCB. Papa, Charlie Bravo, for all my military brothers and sisters. We'll see if that one gets any juice. It's at 22 cents. Arnaz at 59%. Steve, you have a great day. Well, I got to say, we've gotten better press releases at 8:30 today than we did all morning. 8:30 by far has been the better press releases. Although Arnaz may turn out to be a really sweet one. We can hope. My eyes are burning. Staring at the screen too much, I guess. My regular readers broke. So I had to put on a backup pair, and they're a different lens. They're a different prescription. And these are my other ones. They broke. They're no longer in use. Watching AIM doesn't look like it's going to go back. It could, I guess. Let's see. What else? PCB. About 21 cents now. Looks like Arnaz. It's had a nice trend up so far since the press release came out. It's been trending up, but it's really volatile. It's really hard to make a good trade on that one because it's dropping too often. It's getting some nice climbs up, but it's being rejected and sold off. Every little climb up gets sold off. So it's making it really hard to make a good calculated trade on it. What time are you starting here on Monday? 7:45 Eastern time. 7:45. We start at 6:45 on Zoom, but we won't start till 7:45 here. And we won't be on Traveling Trade Adventures here on YouTube. We won't be here forever from 7:45 until 9:30. We won't continue to do that for, a super long time. There'll come a point when we're only live on Traveling Trade Adventures just to do updates, maybe do one press release time like 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock or something like that. So these longer stretches of live streaming on Traveling Trade Adventures won't continue for forever. At some point, if you want to get the full pre-market press releases, you'll have to do it on Zoom. AIM moving back up again. Well, let's take a look. Let's see what AIM is doing. AIM trying to take a run at that 130 again. Be nice to know which one of these was going to be the one at 9:30 that took off running. Wouldn't that be a nice piece of information to have? 132, 133. Look at AIM go. Boom. 135. Holy cow. That thing got some gas in the engine. Whoa. Look at that thing go. Holy smokes. Duke, yes, I mentioned it. Is it doing anything? Doesn't look like it. Where's that? Did I pull it up on the screen? Yes. HIMZ, remember HIMZ? Did anybody go look at HIMZ? HIMZ? Should be doing pretty good on that one. How do you find you on Zoom? You go to the website. You go to our website, wolfpackcommunity.com. Wolfpackcommunity.com. And that's how you can get access to Zoom. Zoom. Look at HIMZ go. HIMZ is just doing beautiful. Did anybody go look at HIMZ? It's at 420 now. 427. 433. That is beautiful. 437. Oh my. Oh my. HIMZ. What did we just hit? 437 on HIMZ. Started at 295. How about AIM? Ken got it from 130 to 170. Oh my. Arnaz back down to 11 bucks. AIM's up 60%. What a climb. What a climb. $1.09 to 181. iPhone got it from 120 to 170. Good job. Bob, 122 to 185 on AIM. With 3,000 shares. Nicely done. iPhone 120 to 170. Beautiful. So I missed both call outs. Oh, Scott. AIM, 79%. Oh my gosh. No talking before 10 a.m. I don't think that'll work. I'm just guessing. But I don't think that'll work. I wonder if AIM will make it to $2. Made it to 189. 2 isn't too far away from that. Yeah, I don't think that'll work, Scott. PPCB is up 20%. AIM starting to get a little pullback going on there. HIM's doing the same thing, getting a little pullback. All right, we've got about 20 seconds and we'll get the 9 o'clock press releases. Let's see what happens at 9 o'clock. I'm ready. Scanners are hot and ready to go. Is there anyone downrange? Anyone downrange? All right. Okay, they're popping in here. CXAI announces strategic partnership to bring agentic AI enterprise and commercial real estate experiences. Here's one on HIMS, HIMS, which is different than the other one. Hims and Hers expands personalized weight loss portfolio with an access to semaglutide pills starting at $49 a month. That's on HIMS, not HIMZ. Those are two different ones. This is HIMS. Now it's up about 13%. It's a $27 stock. So just FYI. SMTK, exclusive M&A, expense partnership. Go cinnamon toast crunch. All right. Hims. They're messing with our cereal. Don't know how I feel about that. General Mills. General Mills has teamed up. They're collaborating with a lifestyle and sports nutrition brand called Ghost. And they're going to be introducing a new protein-rich cereal. Packed with 17 grams of protein per serving. And they're doing it with Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Lucky Charms. They're messing with our cereal. They're taking Lucky Charms and putting some kind of protein whatever in the cereal. And Cinnamon Toast Crunch. All right, well. Arnaz trying to go back up again. Hims getting pulled down a little bit. AIM got pulled down. TEAD, TEAD got pulled down. Well, everything is getting pulled down here. Let's look at that PPCB. Remember that one? Remember? Press release at 8:45. It dropped down to 18 cents. And it just ran up to 30 cents. That was the one I phonetically spelled off for all my military brothers and sisters. So hopefully somebody went and looked at that. That was a nice little run up off that dip down there. My goodness. RNAS back over 12 again. Let's see. Don't want to lose sight of RNAS. That's got the potential to really pop pretty good today. A lot of eyes on this LIMN after yesterday's price action and the day before. It's been moving up pretty nice. Last 2 days from 65 cents to what did it hit yesterday? $2.10 from 65. Pretty nice move up. So it's been a lot of eyes on that one. It's starting to move up again. All right. Thank you, JR. Nothing new. Nothing. We have one here that hit Momo, LRHC. One that JR just posted about. La Rosa LRHC expands into AI data centers with a Florida land deal. Smart Swift. Now let's take a look at AIM again. Boy, what a run up on that stock. That was quite interesting to watch. But I don't think we're going to get any more press releases here between now and 9:30 that are going to amount to much. We might. I'm always hopeful, but I'm not expecting one. From now till about 9:30. Excuse me. From now until about 9:30, it's usually pretty slow with news. You'll have to take a look at that LRHC, the one that we just mentioned. Just in case. Just in case. What's the float on that one, JR? I don't have anything on it. I don't. Scans doesn't have a float on it. So it looks like it's a micro float. Yeah, might want to keep an eye on that. It's a micro float. It has less than 1 million public float. We're thinking right around 500,000 public float. LRHC. Doesn't mean it's going to go up just because it has a micro float. But if it does and it starts getting a lot of volume, boy, you want to be a part of that if it starts to go. That LIMN, we told you, keep an eye on that one. It's been getting a lot of chatter. It's still going up. That one's been getting a lot of social media chatter over the last 2 days. And that doesn't mean it's going to go up, but it's definitely one you want to keep an eye on. Kevin, the news on that one, on LRHC, was that they are expanding into the AI data centers, and they bought some land. They got a land deal in Florida, and I'm assuming that's to build AI data centers. So that's the news on that one. LIMN still climbing. There's no telling if it will go up. You know, the fact that they bought some land is not a big deal. Let's face it, that's not huge news. But because it's a microfloat, makes it at least worthy of watching. And it's certainly not one that I would get into unless it does start moving. You could take, you could blindly just take a stab at it, but keep an eye on it. I'm just telling you, keep an eye on it. It's a micro float. You know what micro floats can do, even on average news. And this is average news. This is not stellar news. This is just average news. But because it's a micro float, once the buyers start coming in, it just goes stupid crazy. If the buyers come in. let's see, float. Now I've got the float. The float just popped up here on LRHC for me, JR, and it's saying 123,000. Could that be anywhere close? That's a super micro float, if that's correct. Has about a 7% short percentage. That's a nano float for sure. Keep an eye on it. Scans has it listed at 123,000 float. That's really small. That's one of those that can jump, if that's true, if that's anywhere even close, that's one of those that can jump 60, 70 cents at a time when it goes. Not that it will. I'm not trying to hype you into buying it or anything. I just want you to be aware that if the float really is that small, it's just happens to be one of those stocks that could really go if it went. There's quite a few shares right now. I'm looking at level 2, and there's a lot of shares between $1.95 and $2. So there's quite a few shares there. It's got to chew through quite a bit, which means it's going to need some volume. But once it hits 2, it thins out pretty good. It thins out all the way up into the 240s. And then it jumps to 4. So I think if it can break 2, it could really do something magical, but it's hard to say if it will or not. But we're definitely going to watch. We're definitely going to watch. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures. And thank you for watching my latest video that I just put up there yesterday. I do appreciate that more than you know. So much. I was just getting ready to ask, Bob, what does everybody think is going to be the one that pops at 9:30? AIM, ARNAS, LIMN, LRHC, HIMS, could be CISS, BNAI. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities. A lot of possibilities. JTAI, yeah, Pinky, that's a possibility too. I'm going to have to get me one of those magic 8 balls. Give it a good shake and ask it what's going to run. What's running today? Let me look at the 3-month chart here on LRHC. Boy, you can see how badly beat down this stock has been. Now, what you're looking at on the chart here on Zoom, where it says up here where the stock's been up in the $50 range, it hasn't. That's not real. That's post split. Remember, when they do a split, the price goes up. It goes up for the entire history of the chart. So when we're looking at it where it says it was up around $72, that could have actually been $5. But because of the split, everything gets pushed up. So don't be fooled into thinking like, this thing was $70 2 months ago. It could go back. That's not real. That's not true numbers. Those are post-split numbers. Now it did spike. If we look back here, January 30th, it went up to 474. So we're 4 days ago, it did have a day where it spiked up to 474, but then it just came right back down again. So it's going to take a lot of volume. It's got a low float, but it's going to take some volume to get it. Once it gets started, look out. But if it doesn't get that volume, be fun to watch if it takes off, though. Gosh, that'll be a thing of beauty. Let's go back and look at AIM. AIM might be making that run. Call Jay for the 8-ball. AIM might be pushing up for that too. It'll say ask tomorrow. That's when you shake it again. I want a different answer. You keep shaking it till you get the answer you want. Do you guys remember back in grade school, if you're old enough, in grade school, when they would make those paper things look like a little pyramid, where you open it up this way, then you'd open it up this way, and then open it up this way, and open it up this way, and open it up this way. Do you remember those? Does she like me or doesn't she? 1, 2, 3, you'd open it up. Oh God! I don't remember. You remember they were big. I mean, it was you folded it with paper and you put your index fingers, and your thumbs inside of it, and you open it up, in and out, in and out. Do you remember that? I remember those in grade school. Those are so popular. Oh, gosh. A few more press releases here. All class action lawsuits. A couple of companies announcing when they're going to do their fourth quarter financials. Closing of some offerings. Yeah, there was colors and numbers. You'd open it up and have a number, like you get 4, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get a different number, and then you want. It didn't take much to amuse us back then, did it? It surely didn't take much to amuse us. Ariel. Yes. Yeah. Now we just ask Chat GPT. That's true. God, you remember the Ouija boards? Oh, those were scary. Those were scary. I wouldn't touch them. Yeah, we were easily amused back in the day. We were easily amused. Remember that deadly toy called the Clackers? Had a string with a ring on the end of it and two hard plastic glass balls on the end of it. And you do like this and they would clack up and down. Remember the Clackers? Talk about a dangerous. Oh, God. The old Clackers. Those things were funny. Oh, the Super Bowl. Remember the Super Bowl? Great big round Super Bowl. Man, those things would fly. They don't make good toys like that anymore. Because I'd be playing with one if they did. Yeah, Clackers at the fair. They still make those. I'll be darned. Ariel says not. They weren't dangerous. We just had enough sense not to eat Tide Pods for fun. That's true. Oh God. Yeah, jarts. I had jarts. We used to play with them things. They were scary. AIM really trying hard here to push up. It really is trying hard. Arnaz is hanging in there, bless its heart. Nerf balls, yeah. Nerf basketball. God, so many fun toys back then. I even had one of them Evil Knievel SST, SSP, SST racers. Put that long groove plastic piece in there and zoom, pull it out really fast, and the back wheel will go crazy. And an Evil Knievel one. I think they were called SST racers or SSP racers. All right, let's see what pops here at 9:30. Let's see if AIM is trying. No, going to pull down a little bit. LIMN. First 10 minutes is usually pretty darn volatile. Arnaz. So curious about Arnaz. PPCB. How about Teed? No, Teed's not going to do it. Hims. No, not so much. AIM's still trying. Yeah, you remember? Yeah, Chuck. Gosh, I remember those. Remember when you used to make a cannon out of pop cans, cut the bottoms out and tops out of pop cans and duct tape them together? And the bottom one had a hole in it. You put lighter fluid in it, stick a tennis ball down in it, and boom, those tennis ball cannons were amazing. And then they got fancy and they went to the potato guns. Those things are louder than all get out. Yeah, 64 box. The 64 count crayon box. You had to come from a wealthy family to get one of those. With the built-in sharpener, yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, the nostalgia. All right, well, I hope some of these take off for everybody. LIMN. Big League Chew. Yeah, I remember Big League Chew. I remember having the candy cigarettes. I don't know if they even make those anymore. Remember the candy cigarettes? They had powdered sugar on the end of them, and you blow on them, and it looked like smoke was coming out. Let's teach kids to smoke when they're 5. How about that? What were parents thinking of back then? It still has all that. Yeah, the Wakarusa dime store still has all that stuff. We'll have to put that on our trip to stop in there, and that'd be cool. So many cool things coming up. All right. Let's see if AIM is going to push. I hope it does, man. I hope it sees $2 to $3. LRHC dumping. LIMN, told you to keep an eye on that one as well. Where's it going? 185. It's still climbing. So hopefully some of you got some of that LIMN a little bit earlier, or even holding it from yesterday. You're doing very well on that one. Even if you picked it up when we were talking about it earlier in the 150s, you're still doing really pretty good on that one. Scott at 153, that's what I'm talking about. You're trying to figure out how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop. Let's find out. Oh, I miss my childhood sometimes. All right, you guys have a beautiful day. Keep warm. And I will see everybody on Zoom at 4 o'clock this afternoon, Eastern time. And we'll do after hours. Maybe we'll get something in after hours, that some press release that does well. Who knows? Maybe keep a little dry powder until then. But good luck today. Market's kind of wacky. And everybody have a really great day. Stay warm. And I'll see everybody on Traveling Trade Adventures. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 7:45. And thank you for hitting the subscribe button. And thank you even more for watching my latest video. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it very much. Everybody have a great day.